Deep in the heart of an ancient jungle, there was a small tribe that lived in harmony with nature. The people were simple, honest, and close to the earth. They hunted with bows, gathered fruits from the forest, and told stories around fires that burned bright against the darkness. In this tribe lived a boy named Ravi. He was 12 years old, with quick feet and bright eyes. But Ravi had a problem that kept him awake at night. He was afraid of everything. He was afraid of the dark forest. He was afraid of wild animals. He was afraid of climbing tall trees. He was afraid of swimming in the deep river. Most of all, he was afraid that everyone could see his fear. The other boys his age were brave. They hunted with their fathers, explored distant parts of the jungle, and laughed at danger. But not Ravi. Whenever an adventure began, Ravi found an excuse to stay behind. "My stomach hurts," he would say. Or, "I promised my mother I would help her." The other boys began to whisper. Some laughed. Some called him names. Ravi's father noticed his son's struggle. He was a kind man, patient and wise. One evening as they sat by the fire, he said, "Ravi, tomorrow you will come with me on a journey." "Where are we going, father?" Ravi asked nervously. "To meet someone who can help you," his father replied with a gentle smile. The next morning, they walked deep into the jungle. They crossed streams, climbed over fallen trees, and moved through thick bushes. Ravi's heart pounded with every step. What if they met a tiger? What if they got lost? After many hours, they reached a clearing where a small hut stood. Smoke rose from a fire outside, and sitting beside it was an old man with a long white beard and eyes that sparkled with kindness. "This is Guru And," Ravi's father said. "He is the wisest man in all the jungle. He will teach you what I cannot." Ravi's father bowed to the old man, and then to Ravi's shock turned to leave. "Wait! Where are you going?" Ravi cried out. "You will stay here for 3 days," his father said calmly. "Learn what the Guru teaches you. I will return for you." Before Ravi could protest, his father disappeared into the jungle. Ravi stood frozen, fighting back tears. The old Guru looked at him and smiled. "Sit, boy. You are safe here." Ravi sat, but his mind raced with fear. The jungle was already growing dark. Strange sounds echoed all around. He wanted to run home, but he didn't even know the way. "Tell me, Ravi," the Guru said softly, "what is it that you fear most?" "Everything," Ravi whispered. "The dark, wild animals, getting hurt, dying." The Guru nodded. "I see. And all your life. What have you done with this fear?" I try to avoid it. I stay away from dangerous things. I hide." "And has that made your fear smaller or bigger?" Ravi thought about this. The truth was, his fear had only grown. The more he avoided, the more afraid he became. "Bigger," Ravi admitted. The Guru stood up and handed Ravi a small drum. "Tonight, you will do something different. You will not run from your fear. You will walk toward it." Ravi's eyes widened. "What do you mean?" "When darkness falls completely, you will walk alone into the jungle. You will go to the big banyan tree at the edge of the clearing. You will sit there for 1 hour, and you will beat this drum. Then you will return. Alone, in the dark?" Ravi's voice shook. "Yes, this is your lesson. But, what if something attacks me?" The Guru's eyes twinkled. "What if nothing does?" As night fell, the jungle transformed into a world of shadows and sounds. Every rustle seemed like a predator. Every branch cracking sounded like approaching danger. Ravi's whole body trembled. The Guru pointed toward the darkness. "It is time." Ravi wanted to refuse. He wanted to cry. He wanted his father. But something in the old man's gentle, knowing eyes made him take the first step. With the drum clutched to his chest, Ravi walked into the darkness. His legs felt like water. His breath came in short gasps. The banyan tree was only 50 steps away, but it felt like a journey to the edge of the world. 20 steps. 30 steps. Every shadow looked like a monster. Every sound made him want to scream. Finally, he reached the tree. His hands shaking so badly he could barely hold the drum, Ravi sat down and began to beat it. Boom. Boom. At first, each beat felt like it would attract every dangerous creature in the jungle. But as minutes passed, something strange happened. The rhythm calmed him. The drum became like a heartbeat, his heartbeat. He was still afraid, but he was also still alive. Still breathing. Still here. He listened to the jungle. Really listened. The sounds weren't all threatening. Some were just insects. Some were birds settling for the night. Some were the wind moving through leaves. An hour passed. Nothing attacked him. No tiger pounced. No snake struck. The darkness didn't swallow him. When Ravi returned to the hut, the guru was waiting with warm tea. "How do you feel?" the old man asked. "I'm still afraid," Ravi said honestly. "But different." "Good. Tomorrow night you will go again. The night after that again." For 3 nights Ravi walked into the darkness. For 3 nights he faced his fear. And each time, something inside him changed, not because the fear disappeared, but because he learned to walk with it. On the 3rd morning, Ravi's father returned. The old guru spoke to them both. "Ravi, what have you learned?" Ravi thought carefully before answering. "I learned that fear doesn't go away. But I also learned that I am stronger than I believed. Fear told me the jungle would kill me, but I walked into it and survived. Fear told me I was weak, but I am still here." The guru smiled widely. "Yes! You see, everyone feels fear. The brave and the coward both feel it exactly the same. The only difference is this: the coward runs from fear and becomes its slave. The brave person feels fear but walks forward anyway and becomes its master." He placed a hand on Ravi's shoulder. "Fear is not your enemy, child. Fear is a messenger. It alerts you to danger, yes, but it also shows you where you need to grow. Every fear you face makes you stronger. Every fear you run from makes you smaller." Ravi returned to his tribe a different boy. He still felt fear when climbing high trees, when swimming in deep water, when exploring unknown parts of the jungle. But now, instead of running from it, he acknowledged it, thanked it for the warning, and then did what needed to be done anyway. So always remember, fear is not something to defeat. It is something to understand. It will always be part of being human. But here is the secret that changes everything. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear and choosing to move forward despite it. So the next time fear whispers, "You can't," remember Ravi in the darkness, beating his drum, still breathing, still alive. Then take one step forward. That's all courage ever is, one step forward while your heart is pounding.